guys, it's Tim, and this is the Wrestling Wrap-Up, a handful of stories brought to you in one easy-to-watch video. Let's get started. So on Netflix, there is a very cool documentary called Making Fun, the Story of Funko. I watched it last night, and it is amazing, and WWE superstar Zack Ryder is actually featured in the documentary. In the documentary, they go on and talk to a lot of people that they call fanatics that are obsessed with all things Funko and toy collecting, and they do go on there with Zack Ryder and they show off his toy collection, not only his wrestling stuff, but his Ninja Turtle stuff and his Ghostbuster stuff as well. Again, it is called Making Fun, the Story of Funko, and it is on Netflix right now. If you do want to check it out, I highly recommend it. So yesterday, a press release went out from Fight TV, and they're stating that they have partnered with Jeff Jarrett. They've partnered with Jeff Jarrett with what they call Global Force Entertainment to get new content up on their streaming service as far as wrestling events and possibly non-wrestling events. It's unknown if we're going to get the old Global Force Wrestling stuff, if we're going to get a new promotion with Global Force Wrestling. So it's very interesting to see that Jeff Jarrett is going to be producing content for Fight and what it can be. So according to this week's Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer writes that John Morrison wants to go work for New Japan Pro Wrestling. John Morrison has tried in the past, but because he was under contract with AAA, they didn't allow it. He has inquired yet again to go work for New Japan Pro Wrestling, and it does look more possible now. Also, if you are unaware, Morrison is going to be on the upcoming season of Survivor. It's called Survivor David vs. Goliath, and he's one of the Goliaths. So WWE has announced that they're going to the UK. They announced this a little while ago. They're doing 2 shows at Royal Albert Hall. They're doing a UK tournament. They're going to have a bunch of NXT matches, and they're going to have a United Kingdom Championship match. Well, WWE did announce today that appearing on night 1, June 18th, will be Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Yes, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels will be appearing on night 1 of the show. We don't know if this is going to be aired. I doubt it will be aired live. It'll probably be on like some sort of a tape delay kind of thing. They'll record it and then they'll air it at a later date. Since it is taking place on a Monday and a Tuesday, they're not going to have it go up against Raw and SmackDown on the network.
Did you know that PWU has a Patreon? No? Well, now you do. You can get things like exclusive videos and merchandise, vote on polls for upcoming videos, and so much more. To find the full list of things that you can get by being a patron, head over to patreon.com/PWUnlimited today.
So Lana was doing a live Instagram deal yesterday, and she talked about how she was going to train for her Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. She said that she's going to train to lift ladders. She's going to train to take bumps with ladders. She's going to train to take bumps onto ladders, and she's going to train to take bumps off of ladders. An interesting thing during this video, as she says she's on her way to go training, she's with Natalya's parents. Natalya's mom is driving the car, and her father, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, is sitting in the back seat. I don't know exactly where they were going to train, whether that was the WWE Performance Center, but it is pretty interesting that Natalya's parents were taking Lana to train for Money in the Bank. Also, according to Brad Shepard of Backstage in the WWE, he is writing that Vince McMahon once again wants to try and push Lana as a top woman on SmackDown Live. So the Young Bucks are pretty much innovators in pro wrestling as far as getting themselves over, selling merchandise, and making money, and Matt Jackson actually revealed on Twitter that he wrote a book, a children's book. He tweeted out the following: "I wrote a Young Bucks children's book. Help me choose our look. Big thanks to our publisher, at Mr. Wise Books, our illustrator, at I Draw and Write." He then tweeted out this, showing the different color schemes, the light and the dark. I think it looks pretty cool. He then goes on to say, "I have spoken to Hot Topic about carrying it, and they are interested." I mean, Hot Topic will carry anything that the Young Bucks send to him. So I think this is going to be a really cool thing from the Young Bucks, and I can't wait to get it and read it to my children. So if you don't remember, last year Randy Orton posted a video where his son RKO'd him into a pool. Well, Jeff Hardy now has kind of posted his own RKO into a pool video. Check it out here with his daughter. So Money in the Bank is only a few weeks away, and we do know a lot of the matches taking place. We don't know all of them, and Dave Meltzer wrote about some possible matches in this week's Wrestling Observer newsletter. A few are, I guess you could say, obvious, and a few are not as obvious. First off, he does say we could get Lashley versus Sami Zayn. He says that Seth Rollins could defend the IC title against either Baron Corbin or Elias. The Raw Tag Team Champions Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt could defend against either the B-Team or Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. Jeff Hardy could defend the US title against either Daniel Bryan or Andrade Cien Almas. And the Cruiserweight title is expected to be on the line, with Cedric Alexander defending against Buddy Murphy. Though it's unknown if any, if not all of these matches will be taking place at Money in the Bank. Remember, all pay-per-views are moving down to 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. They've got an extra hour that they now need to fill. But that's going to do it for this episode of the Wrestling Wrap-Up. Let me know your thoughts on all the stories we covered here today. And as always, remember to like and share this video. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Subscribe here on YouTube and follow PWUnlimited.net for the latest in pro wrestling news.